Hello, my darlings, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Mariya. This channel is about spirituality. Please subscribe below so we can be YouTube friends. This is my portal of 999 update. We're going to talk about September 9th, 2025. We're going to talk about the energies of the day. What is so special energetically about that day? What you should be doing, literally the laundry list of things you could be doing to really take advantage of the energies that are coming through. These are one-of-a-kind energies. We are in for a massive treat from the universe. All about that and more in this video. All right, my darlings. Let's start with the fact that the numerology of this portal is insane. When you look at the month, the date, the year, all of them are nines, duh. But when you add all of them together, that is another 9. And that just tells you that this is the epitome of the closing of the cycle, right? The closing of the numerological cycle. So we are going through something very, very special. So what is going to happen on the day? The guides are showing me something interesting. So first things first, the energies of the portal are silver. Hence, I'm wearing a silver dress. I look like a disco ball. This is also the sunset, which is kind of perfect. I'm recording this at the sunset. So it's probably going to get dark towards the end of this video. Hopefully not. We'll see. The energies of the portal are very silver. And what they're showing me is very interesting. So when we're going through the cycle, all kinds of things happen to us, right, as human beings. We open files. Do you know how, like on a computer, when you're working, you have all of these tabs open? I know I'm guilty as charged. My computer always runs out of operating memory because I have way too many tabs open. And it starts wanting to kill Safari, which is the browser that I use. Kind of the same thing. By the end of the cycle, you have all of these relationships open, all of these threads of trauma open, all of these things that you said you wanted to do and never actually gotten around to. So we have all of these open files. The day of 999 comes to close down some of the files. So visually, it looks like this. It looks like your life is a valley. And this valley kind of like has either cracks or fissures. Some of it has rivers. And the silver energy is like the energy of the silver zipper. The universe is coming down in streams, the energy of the universe, and they're like zipping things tight. Like they're like taking a fissure and they're zipping it close. And that actually denotes the closing of some of these open tabs so that your computer of life can get some of its operating memory back. It's actually very interesting to watch. I've never seen a portal quite like that. So the energies are quite beautiful. What is needed for you on the day of 9/9 is staying open to completion. Going within is really, really important. Make sure you have some time for introspection. If you are woken up the day prior or in the middle of the night prior or the night after, most likely your guides, your spirit team is doing work on your body, trying to close certain things down, tying the loose ends, whatever those loose ends are. Could be vows that you've given or promises that you gave and forgot to keep, like all of the things, right? There's so much to close down, and your energy because of that, right? Like is not in its most optimal state. So the universe is going to try to help you out through 9/9. It is important on this day to be proactive about closing certain things out. What they are showing me, the guides, I'm going to offer you a little bit of a practice, a little bit of a meditation. Think of it as you have certain bags that are open. It's almost like the universe has been collecting, or like rather you have been collecting certain energies, and they need to be zipped tight. So they're showing me 3 bags of energy. So in your meditative state, you're going to go into meditation, and you're going to see 3 empty bags in front of you. One is going to be a yellow, like a bag or suitcase. One is going to be a blue, and one is going to be a silver. And what you want to do is you want to imagine sealing them shut and putting them away. Sealing them shut and putting them away. So these 3 bags or these 3 open energies need to be sealed. Yellow stands for all of the things that have happened in the, like around your intentions, right? So this is your solar plexus chakra mode. Anything that has happened through your career, your like identity, all of the open questions, that have to do with your solar plexus energy have to be addressed on that day. So you close out the yellow bag. The next one is blue. So this is everything communication related. All of the things that are unresolved around your communication, all of the promises that you've given but have never kept, all of these things. Like the universe just wants to create a clean slate. So that is the blue bag. The silver is a little bit of a mixed bag. Silver, spiritually, is very similar to white light on steroids. So silver is almost like a chameleon color, and it is a catch-all bucket. It is with the intention to catch any and all other outstanding issues or outstanding frequencies that have not been addressed by the other two buckets. So that's that, right? 3 buckets. What else do you need to keep in mind about the day of 999? Ooh, okay, I love that. Once you've closed down the bags, this is a meditation, right? Once you've closed down the bags, you would notice that frees up energy. And you're going to see that energy as a stream. Very often it's a silver stream. What you want to do is you want to start sending that energy into your future, and you want to imagine a perfect path in front of you, almost like a silver road and a silver gateway. And so allow that energy to go through the silver gateway that would represent your most perfect lifetime, or your most perfect timeline, I should say. And then just see yourself walking along that beautiful silver path. And that is going to represent your energy being rerouted. So another really good way to think about the portal of 999 is a day of rerouting energy. The universe doesn't like squandering around energy. It doesn't really like wasteful behavior. And it is actually very well understood by our guides, by the light beings, that there will be some open tabs at the end of a 9-year cycle. It is extremely understood and even expected. Life happens, we forget about things that we intended to do or forgot, life just happens. Life is intense. And because of that, the universe needs to reserve an entire day for proactive energy rerouting. Certain tabs are going to get closed, new tabs are going to get open. Now, this is not yet a day to tell the universe exactly, take my energy and put it to X, Y, or Z. The universe is not at that stage yet. However, it essentially can just free up the energy for you to do whatever it is that you want to do with your life. The good news, you guys, is this. I will be recording a free meditation that is going to be channeled from Spirit for you to do during the portal of 999. It's going to be completely free on my app, One Mother app. If you go and download One Mother app on iPhone in the Apple Store, you will be able to get this meditation for free. I don't want to promise, but we're working around the clock, you guys, to get the app live by the 99 portal on Android, which has been a long time coming. I've gotten hundreds upon hundreds of requests for an Android version. Do check the Google Store. I think that's what it's called on Android. And for One Mother app, I might have it live. I'm going to leave. If so, everything aligns, God willing, we're going to have the meditation available for you completely for free. That's that. It's going to be a rendition of what you heard here and then some. And I may even do light language. Again, it's all channeled and all so that you can really benefit from the beautiful energies of that portal day. Ooh, they're showing me something else. That is so interesting because 9 is a number of a lot of things in numerology. It's a number of a hermit or the hermitage or the pilgrimage. 9 is a number of wisdom. And they're showing me that there is something really beautiful, like a transformation that's happening on the 9-9 portal, which is part 2 of that portal day. So part 1 is you kind of dealing with closing down of the karma, call it, or the closing down of the open tabs. As a result of that, though, there's something beautiful that's happening. What they're showing me is this birth of wisdom. So what happens after each 9-year cycle is the crystallization of experience, is the crystallization of all of the things that you have been through into a kernel of wisdom. And they're showing me something really beautiful during that day. It's like all of the experiences of the past 9 years are going to add up into a single crystal. For some of you, it will look like crystal quartz, maybe like a diamond. For some of you, it would look like a pearl, like an actual pearl. It's very white or transparent, translucent, very beautiful. And it's the inner waters, your inner feminine energies, because wisdom is actually a feminine frequency. So from the depth of your sacral space, and your sacral space essentially would connect to your heart. And then there is this beautiful crystal emerging. And that is crystallized wisdom. All the things that you have learned, all the things that you now know to be true, thanks to the last cycle that you've lived. It is actually very beautiful to first birth this little pearl or this little crystal during the day of 999 and then understand what that is. So as you're observing your own crystal that is birthed from the very heart and core of your being, ask the universe, what does it stand for? What does it denote? What is this morsel of wisdom? What is the number one thing that I have learned through my blood, sweat, and tears? What is it that you want me to carry forward? And it's actually really important because when we collect kernels of wisdom like this, they're not just relevant to our earthly incarnations. They're actually quite interesting because they travel with us upstairs up to the level of our higher selves. So this is not just a temporal type of crystal. This is not the here today, gone tomorrow type of wisdom. This is something that is going to be re-uploaded into your higher self once you disincarnate. So about every 9-year cycle, you get one of these pearls, right? And some are bigger, some are smaller. Some are more meaningful, but every 9 years, there's something that is crystallized from the experiences, and that is what gets uploaded back into the very heart of your higher self for instant access, right? All throughout, this wisdom is going to be accessible to you throughout any future incarnations or any parallel incarnations. So it's quite beautiful. So here's to the birthing of your pearls. Here's to the birthing of your crystals. It's actually very, very beautiful. They are showing me that this day is very well spent by the water, or if you can take a very long shower, like a 30-minute shower, or a long bath, like a 30 to 45-minute bath, it's going to really help you connect to that crystal, connect to that wisdom, and better understand what it is that you've been fighting for the past 9 years, you guys. It's been a thing. It's been a long, long, long cycle. And you have a lot to be grateful for. You have a lot to share with the world. So it's a beautiful place of birth. And as you guys well know, right, the energy of water is so connected to birth. In the womb space inside of your mom, you are in a sack of amniotic fluids. So it is a very beautiful analogy to see that with that water, there comes this crystal that is essentially your wisdom stone. And so here is to us becoming just a little bit wiser during the 999 portal. If I may just comment on something, because as I'm doing these, I'm doing collective readings. Some of you, as a result of your integrations on 999, are going to be called into pilgrimage, into a little bit of a hermit mode, into a little bit of an introspective time. If you are one such person, or if you belong to the group, this group, please know in your heart of hearts that if you're being called on a pilgrimage, if you're being called to spend some alone time, it is because there is a gift for you from the universe on the other side of this happening. So trust the nudges, trust the breadcrumbs of the universe, because the universe is never, and I mean never, going to lead you astray. Trust the process. There is a method to the universe's madness. The lunar energies, of course, are going to be really, really strong. Silver is the color of the moon, which is actually really interesting that this portal is silver, because we have a lunar eclipse on the 7th, and usually you have the eclipse energies up to 7 days before and up to 7 days after the eclipse. And so, the blood moon on the 7th is very much still impacting the energies of the day. And that is a massive reevaluation as well. That is actually because that eclipse is in the sign of Pisces. And Pisces is about going deep. That is about going as deep as you can and then going even deeper. Because it's about the depth of the element of water. And it's about the depth of your subconscious. It's about the depth of your psyche. And this eclipse comes only 2 days before the 9/9 portal. And that almost requires you to dive deep into the depth of your conscious and subconscious, into the levels that usually you would be uncomfortable looking at, and either face your greatest fear or the greatest trauma, or face your greatest desire at that level of depth. Like literally, that eclipse is going to be inviting you to dive deeper that you have been in quite some time. And then from there, reemerge into the 999 portal, kind of understanding that direction. Of course, if you're dealing with trauma or the biggest fear, how do you reemerge on the other side? It's parts work. I have a video about parts work on this YouTube channel. You can check out how to do parts work properly so you can integrate that experience. If you're looking at your greatest desire, I have a number of free and paid manifestation meditations and experiences on One Mother app. Again, you're extremely welcome to download it. Hopefully, I'll have it on both Android and on iOS. Please let me know in the comments how the energies of this portal have been landing for you. Full disclosure, for portal meditations, you can do it up to 3 days before, up to 3 days after. So there is a 6-day window for this particular one where the energies are going to be aligned for you to still benefit from the frequencies that are coming through. So if you're a little bit early or a little bit late, do not fret. There is a window of opportunity, but it's not a forever window. So you snooze, you lose, like everything in life. This is one of those. I hope you enjoy the portal of 999. I hope if you're hearing the call to withdraw, if you're hearing that little inkling to be a little bit of a hermit in the coming days or weeks, do listen, do tune in. And I'm so excited for you guys to be birthing all of these beautiful morsels of wisdom. Do let me know in the comments what those are. I'm just so excited to do this as a community. And I hope that if you do end up going on One Mother and meditating with me on the 999 portal, that you enjoy the experience. I'm sending you so much love. I have so much gratitude for you guys. Thank you for being here. Please click subscribe if you're new. And we can be friends. So much love for you. See you in the next one. Bye.